Church attendance is in decline in America. When you look at statistics within all churches, there's a decline in attendance. And this has been since pandemic times, but the decline has gotten even worse since then. What is causing this decline in church attendance? Why are people not going to houses of worship anymore? There's several reasons why. And I've watched several videos of people giving some reasons why they don't attend worship or why they don't go to houses of worship or go to church. But one of the reasons I see church attendance is in decline and why people are not going to church or not staying as long is because of church foolishness. There is too much foolishness, tomfoolery going on within the local churches. The time that should be set aside, consecrated, and solemnized for worship is when foolishness is going on. Straight time foolery. I was looking at some videos this morning, and I'll put the link in the description box below. You can watch it if you're on Instagram, but if not, you should be able to watch it from, your web browser. But just church foolishness. If people are not qualified to be in public ministry, they shouldn't be there. If they're not qualified, if they're not trained to be in public worship, they shouldn't be there. If they're not capable of being in public worship, they shouldn't be there. I know there are those within the church, globally, who will say the reason why people are walking away from the church is because of the great apostasy. That's true, and I beg to differ. Everybody who is walking away is not walking away because of the great apostasy. There's a huge difference between walking away from a local fellowship, a local house of worship, and walking away from your faith. And apostasy is not people who are just walking away from the church. It's people who are going to church, denying the faith, the fundamental principles of the faith. Truth. Right? Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the light. You shall know the truth. Truth shall make you free. So apostatizing is not people that are walking away from a local fellowship because they're fed up with what they're seeing. Apostatizing is people who are within the church doing things that are not in coherence and adherence to the scriptures. That's why Paul says, having a form of godliness, and denying power thereof. That's not people who are walking away because they don't go to church to see a comedy sitcom. They don't go to church for comedy. They could stay at home and watch Netflix. They don't go to church to see entertainment. They could go out on a Friday or Saturday and see that. People who really hunger and thirst to do what's right, people who really love God and adore God, when they come to the house of prayer, to the house of worship, on either Saturday or Sunday or whenever the body assembles, they come to worship God through the Lord Jesus Christ. They don't come to church to see antics and foolishness. Church attendance is in decline because true believers and those who are light bearers are fed up with seeing and being a part of church foolishness or churchianity foolishness. People are fed up with churchianity. That can go for the so-called black church. Y'all pardon the fire truck passing by. Black church, white church, Hispanic church, Cuban church, no matter what ethnicity it is. Or if it's multicultural or multiracial. If there's church foolishness there, people will get fed up and walk away. They're fed up. And whenever we deny truth and we substitute truth for something other than the truth, we give access to the kingdom of darkness that they shouldn't have. And a lot of the churches now, here in America and even across the globe, are being controlled by the kingdom of darkness and the prince of the power of the air, who is Satan himself. Because they don't want the church to concentrate on the gospel, seeing people saved, seeing people freed and liberated. Because they're going to go out and tell of the goodness of the Lord. Satan don't want that. And his kingdom doesn't either. People are fed up with churchianity and church foolishness.